What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a very special Cleveland Browns video for you guys, as this is indeed my one and only Browns 53-man roster prediction. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, why am I doing it now as opposed to before the preseason began? Well, I figured since there's only one cut day this year, I might as well just sit back, watch the first 3 preseason games, and see who really stands out to me. And so, heading into the final preseason game of the year, I decided, why not give you guys my 53-man roster prediction now, and we'll see how these guys do in the final preseason game. And then, of course, once the 53-man roster is finalized, I will do a video going over it, and we will compare my prediction to what actually happened. Keep in mind, guys, there's going to be 2 versions of the 53-man roster. You have the initial one coming out right after cuts are made, and then you're going to have the final 53-man roster after waiver claims. So we'll see who survives not only roster cuts, but waiver claim roster cuts. So, should be fun. Now, with that being said, before I get into this video, be sure, as always, to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's get down to it. So we're going to start off with the offense. Now, quarterback, I have us carrying 3. Of course, you have Deshaun Watson, Josh Dobbs, and DTR. At running back, I have us carrying 3 as well. Chubb, of course. Ford, who's injured right now. I do not know if he'll be ready for week 1. Doesn't sound too promising, though. And then either a free agent or Demetric Felton. I could easily see it being Chubb, free agent, or Felton until Ford comes back. And then that free agent's probably just dumped off in favor of Jerome Ford. Receiver, I have us carrying 6. Now, keep in mind, Marquise Goodwin will most likely start the season on the PUP list. So I believe that'll be, 8 weeks missed around there? So, yeah. In the meantime, I have us carrying Coop, Elijah Moore, DPJ, Tillman, Bell, and Austin Watkins. This year's training camp sweetheart, pretty much. Yeah. Every year we have a guy who just goes off, and then Browns fans fall in love with that guy, and then when he gets cut, Browns fans revolt, and they get all pissed off. Well, this year, Austin Watkins makes the team, at least for now. We'll see what happens once Marquise Goodwin comes back. Oh, but what if Marquise doesn't make the actual roster? That's just tough, because, he was looking really good, and then, of course, he came down with blood clots. That would just be a horrible break for the poor guy, But on offensive line, I have, of course, Wills, Bitonio, Posick, Teller, and Conklin. And then you have the 3 backups, DeJuan Jones, James Hudson, and Luke Whippler. At tight end, I have us carrying 3, David Njoku, Jordan Akins, and Harrison Bryant. So there you go. That's the offense. In total, 23 players. Now let's move to the other side of the ball, to the defense. Defensive line, I have Garrett, Shelby Harris, Tomlinson, and Smith. That's pretty much going to be your starting D-line come week 1, most likely. And then behind them, backing them up, you have Okoronkwo, McGuire, Hurst, Ika, and yes, Jordan Elliott. But you notice, in asterisks, I have Alex Wright and Isaiah Thomas to IR once the season starts, which means they would then be able to come off the IR, I think, after a couple weeks, because they both had knee injuries right after one another. I think one occurred in practice, and the other one occurred during, I think it was the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, one of the games. That's tough. I liked Alex Wright, too. But they'll be back, and I expect them to go crazy when they do get back on the field. Linebacker, I have us carrying JOK, Takitaki, Walker Jr., Fields, Adams, and then Diabate and Kunasek. I think most likely Adams and Kunasek find their niche on special teams, whereas Diabate most likely gets quite a bit of reps at linebacker. But we'll see what happens there. At corner, I have us carrying Ward, Newsome, Emerson Jr., Green the third, Mitchell, and Ford. So that's 6. And then 4 safeties: Thornhill, Delpit, Hickman, and McLeod. And then special teams: kicker, Cade York; punter, Bajorquez; returner, Grant; and the long snapper, Hewlett. So there you go. That is my 53-man roster prediction. And we'll see how close I am to the final product after cuts are made. So let me know what you guys think. Keeping this video nice and short for you guys. And hopefully we'll have some other stuff going down here soon. Of course, games coming up this weekend. I will be live Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Should be fun. We will see the starters for a little bit. That'll be fun to watch. So hope you guys tune in. Of course, I will be live tonight for Guardians and Dodgers, Game 2. Guardians actually won last night, surprisingly. It's funny. They couldn't touch the Tigers, but then they beat up on the Dodgers. Like, it's baseball, you know? Gotta love it. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. See you guys later. I'm out. Bye-bye.